This is how to hurt a narcissist's ego and make them to fall into pain. Allow me to begin by expressing my gratitude for your time in watching this video. If you're new here, let me tell you that we exclusively cover topics related to narcissism. Before we dive in, I want to thank you for your continued support. Anger and other negative emotions are not usually indicators of narcissistic personality disorder. Sometimes a chemical imbalance or a head injury could be the cause. However, narcissistic rage can manifest in many ways, from explosive outbursts and unexpected moments of anger to passive-aggressive behaviors like simmering resentment. If a narcissist is not the focus of attention in the way they desire, they may explode in anger, regardless of whether their attention is being diverted from more important topics. When their needs and wants are disregarded, a narcissist may react with intense hostility or extremely passive-aggressive behavior. Seeing their idealized self shattered in this way is distressing. But how can this be if narcissists are so focused on their external appearance? Now let's discuss how a narcissistic injury can affect a narcissist. What are their thoughts on the matter? What's wrong with them? There are many types of narcissistic injuries, each leading to various outcomes. However, I'll talk about the worst narcissistic injury and how narcissists are likely to react to it. Narcissistic wounds, or wounded ego, are emotional traumas that destroy a narcissist's sense of self-worth and pride. This typically happens when someone attacks their false persona. The severity of the injury can affect the narcissist's reaction, but regardless of the wound's severity, they always respond similarly. Here is how a narcissist usually reacts when they suffer a narcissistic injury. Their dignity is shattered, leading to shame, which is quickly buried under a torrent of anger. The narcissist becomes obsessed with getting even. Narcissists are incapable of forgiving any wrong done to them. They have reached the point where they can't even pretend to forgive. Therefore, it doesn't matter if they claim to have forgiven you, they are already plotting their revenge. Their preferred method of punishment is the infamous smear campaign, which can be conducted secretly or publicly. If a narcissist has just insulted you, they might later act kind and charming. Some narcissistic injuries can drive a narcissist to even more extreme behavior, beyond a lifetime of slander. You can deliver a blow from which a narcissist will never recover, causing their pride and self-esteem to crumble, leading to an overwhelming sense of remorse as they realize who or what they truly are. Several triggers can bring a narcissist to their breaking point, all of which deeply wound their fragile ego. In this video, I discussed in depth the three main triggers for narcissistic pain: abandonment, exposure, and insult. Those who can simultaneously employ all three strategies will inflict the most damage. The narcissist will either avoid this individual out of fear or become obsessed with destroying them. If it's the latter, they might let their guard down around the person who injured them. At this point, the narcissist has no choice but to admit they dislike the other person and stop pretending otherwise. They might even prefer to eliminate them altogether. Narcissists and others with severe personality disorders are particularly vulnerable to the devastation caused by such a significant narcissistic injury. The narcissist's actions will depend on the intensity of their emotions. They may feel trapped and see no way out. They are more likely to run away and act as if nothing happened, even if they eventually acknowledge their mistakes and seek treatment, which rarely succeeds. If their hatred for the target is so great it can't be rationalized away, they might resort to extreme measures, such as casting a curse or hiring a hitman. If a narcissist could persuade someone else to do their dirty work without consequences, they would. When a narcissist feels wounded, their dark side becomes more apparent. They may play the victim to gain sympathy, but that's just a distraction from their real agenda. However, if you're an expert, you can identify what's off and recognize their deep-seated resentment. They will reveal everything to you as they perceive it. When a narcissist feels hurt, they experience a range of painful emotions such as fear, anger, hatred, and shame. These emotions amplify the narcissist's inherent negativity. A narcissist can't handle the combined blow of being insulted, humiliated, and abandoned. And like every other narcissistic injury, the damage is permanent. Each narcissistic insult deepens their self-loathing, making them more miserable and unpleasant to be around. If denied the opportunity for revenge, narcissists can become insane or violent. If denied the opportunity for revenge, narcissists can become insane or violent. Narcissists aren't interested in making amends or recovering from past hurts. The older they get, the less likely they are to let go of their grudges or denial, and the less likely they are to change for the better. When someone's ego is damaged, it's best to leave them to their own devices. I hope you found some value in this video. Please share an example of a time you hurt a narcissist's ego and describe their reaction. I'd always enjoy your company, so please come back soon. Leave your thoughts or questions in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more like it, subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon. Thank you for your consideration. And the next topic is, when a narcissist is set on targeting you, this is what awaits you. So everyone, those with narcissistic personality disorder, have an insatiable need to feel loved and accepted. Consequently, they are willing to engage in practices that are generally regarded as unethical to maintain their supply. Much like a heroin addict who will do anything to avoid withdrawal. Individuals who profess their affection for you while acting narcissistically are as misguided as their actions. All they want is to fit in and be considered typical. Unfortunately, they believe stealing from others is the only way to achieve that goal. A narcissist must have complete control over everything and everyone, no matter the cost. They believe they are superior to the people they claim to love and expect everyone to see things from their perspective. It's imperative that we ascribe divine status to narcissists and provide our total devotion to them, or else they will retaliate with rage. Today, I'll be talking about what really motivates a narcissist. So why do you think they put in so much effort? Would they tell the truth if they did? What we know, however, is that narcissists have an insatiable appetite for wealth. They want more of everything: love, support, money, power, etc. However, their true goals remain unclear. So, what is it that narcissists truly desire? Narcissists have an unhealthy fixation on being in positions of power. Their ultimate goal is to have as much influence in society as possible. But why has control become their prime priority? Narcissists obsess over power because they believe they lack the ability to make decisions for themselves. A common trait among narcissists is an insatiable appetite for control. Their inability to suppress this craving is evident. As I've already shown, narcissists have problems with self-control and tend to overanalyze everything. They keep repeating the same thoughts over and over again. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying this is typical of or even common among narcissists. However, they are not exempt from this either. They are unable to rest easy. The inability to still their thoughts is a constant struggle for them. They aren't satisfied with the present state of affairs, so they persist in their efforts to effect change. But it appears that they are actually moving further away from their objective. Everyone seeks happiness, but those who are grateful for what they have find it much easier. Narcissists, however, believe that the more power they exert over others and the more resources they acquire, the more in control they will feel of their own lives. They learn early on that one person can't handle everything alone. Multiple compensations are required. More than just money is needed to regain financial stability. If they rely on these things to establish their power, they will never be in charge. Narcissists use manipulative and deceptive tactics to gain power over others because they are unable to control their own egocentric tendencies. Thus, all narcissists eventually reach a point where they seek only to cause pain to others. Nothing a narcissist has done or ever will do will ever be enough to alleviate the inner turmoil they experience. They have tried everything, but nothing works to give them the long-term discipline they desire. When asked what brings them the most peace, narcissists often report that seeing the pain of others does. I understand your skepticism, and you'd be correct. It's still about power, but for a darker reason. They want to bear the blame for your anguish. You can blame the negative people and events in your life on the narcissist who orchestrated them. Narcissists aren't just concerned with limiting your social interactions and activities while trying to assert their authority over you. It goes beyond that. Most narcissists aim to change the unfavorable opinions others have of them. They wish to regulate your level of contentment. They seek power over your suffering so that they may maximize it. A narcissist's sense of self-worth comes from being the center of attention, they think. Narcissists' main goal in life is to make yours as miserable as theirs. They don't stop to think about whether they should because they're too preoccupied with the possibility of accomplishing and possessing something. Some narcissists enjoy inflicting havoc on others to satisfy their inflated needs for attention and control. This is why avoiding contact with known narcissists is so crucial. Your name will be added to their target list if you don't give in to their demands. In spite of the narcissist's best efforts, nothing is achieved by their frenetic actions. The sad truth is that many of them refuse help out of pride, even when left alone or repeatedly convinced to do so. They'd rather keep on deceiving themselves. To a narcissist, acknowledging defeat and powerlessness is the ultimate failure. In short, narcissists are driven by an insatiable need to be in charge. But their techniques are harsh, and the degree of control they seek is unreachable for many of them. But even if they did manage to obtain it, it wouldn't be enough. All the narcissist ever gets are fleeting moments of happiness. Their constant search for control is a major contributor to their misery. The narcissist is a shell full of destructive energy that leaves them feeling empty, dissatisfied, and powerless. That's all I have to say in today's video. I hope this message resonates with you. Don't forget to share this video with your friends and leave a comment with your thoughts on today's topic below. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more like it, subscribe to our channel and activate the bell icon. Thank you for your consideration.